Well, hello there, ladies and gents. I'm Tammy Sipniewski, your crypto queen. Thank you so much for popping by my channel. And you guys, you're not even going to believe this. Look at this. SBF is headed back to jail. I mean, come on. Let's talk about this, okay? Well, first of all, he's accused of two different things: witness tampering and also potential jury tampering. Now, I know what you're thinking. He's not even gone to trial. What's with the jury thing? We'll get to that a little later, but those are the two things of which he stands accused. Let's talk about this two-tier justice system that we do have here in the United States. And of course, that's a much longer conversation, but just a little, delve into it a little bit. Sam Bankman-Fried is accused of this multi-billion dollar fraud that is a wide net, right? He's hurt a lot of people with this fraud. And this guy is able to post bond and be under house arrest at his parents' house. Okay, there's a system for the haves and then a system for the rest of us, which are the have-nots. Can you imagine you're accused of this billion-dollar fraud and you get out on bail? That would probably never happen to us. There are people that are sitting in jail that have hurt, probably done just like a little fraction, an iota of what this guy has done, and either one, were denied bail, or number two, can't afford bail. I know if that were me, and I was under house arrest at my parents' house, I would be doing nothing that could jeopardize my freedom. I'd want to remain as free as long as I possibly could, right? Into the day that, depending on what the jury comes back with, either not guilty or guilty, I'd want to stay out of there. But this guy has such privilege that he's tampering with witnesses, doing document leaks, because of his privilege. And how did he get that privilege? Not only does he have the money, but he's made so many political donations, donating to this one's campaign fund, giving to that one's super PAC. When you do all of that, you make very powerful friends, and those friends have connections that go very deep and very wide. So he felt comfy cozy in doing all of that and thinking, no, I'll be fine. I'll be okay. No matter what I do, I'll be able to get here, stay here in my parents' house. Oh, and before my trial starts, what I'm going to do is reach out to a few of the witnesses, see if we can get our story straight. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to try to preemptively try my case in the media by leaking documents to the New York Times to let them tell my side of the story. This way, anybody who potentially sits on the jury, that jury pool, I can tamper with. I could try to tell my side of the story even before my trial starts. I might be found innocent in the court of public opinion. That's what this guy was thinking. So I'm glad that the judge said, no, that's not how we're going to roll this time. Usually I'd let you get away with a certain amount of stuff, but this I cannot have. So SBF is headed back to jail. Bond has been revoked. Is not going home to mommy and daddy's house. Is going to the clink, where now he has to sit and wait for his day in court. So what he was trying to do with the jury tampering thing, he planned on leaking certain documents to the New York Times. And really, all you ever have to do is leak to just one publication, just one, because every other publication is going to pick up that story and run with it as well. So it'll be in every single newspaper. It'll be on every single news channel. It'll be on all the different social media platforms. So he was hoping to, tell his side of the story, just a one-sided side of the story, in hopes that he could get people to believe that it was all Carolyn, right? It was her. I was just the face of the whole thing. All I ever wanted to do was be the face of FTX and just be a gamer. That's really all I wanted to do. It was her. It was all Carolyn. If you want someone to blame, it should be her. But we know Carolyn has cut a sweet deal, right? Like she had the potential of facing over 100 years in prison, but she is going to be a cooperating witness against Sam Bankman-Fried. So we don't know exactly what her sentence is going to be, but we can imagine that is going to be significantly reduced from the 100-some-odd-year sentence she would have gotten if she was found guilty. So we'll have to see how that plays out. So Sam Bankman-Fried is going to have to await his day in court. And of course, he's going to have the best defense money can absolutely buy. And we all know with wealthy people, the better defense that you have, the better your potential is of being found not guilty. You're never found innocent. You're just found not guilty. The better chances you have with better lawyers, right? The more expensive lawyers, your dream team of lawyers. But he didn't want to risk that. You know, he wanted to try to blame Carolyn, and that's that. So I'm glad for once it feels like, okay, well, something's going right. You know, at least somebody's not getting away with something. And this is exactly what's going on with Trump now, right? They've warned him, do not tamper with the witnesses. And when I say tamper with witnesses, it doesn't mean that he called anybody up to threaten them, right? You know, and he thought he was going to be all slick about it by using a VPN, but they caught him anyway. It could just be, you know, releasing statements on social media, something that sounds threatening, or maybe he even just called some of these witnesses to just coordinate a story. That's not allowed. You can't do that stuff. So Sam Bankman-Fried headed back to the clink. Well, that's going to do it here for me today. I thank you so much for joining me. And remember, only buy on those red candles. Take care.